Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'm Nesha. You're watching To Inspire You. I've been getting a lot of support. I'm just very grateful because this is something you normally wouldn't do it. And so to have as many people support me as they have, you know, I'm grateful for it. I count it all joy. My last video, I completely cracked up about it. It was, where's your faith? I'll link it down below. I don't know, I was being very serious, right? Stern, I was serious. But it came off as a bit funny because of the faces I would make and some of the things I would say. So guys, that was not what I was going for, but because there was a time crunch, I want to stick to my schedule. I ended up being late still, but you know, I want to stick as close to my schedule as possible, so that's why that ended up the way it did. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody. If I have not gotten any complaints, but I'm just saying, it's okay. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I know my heart meant well in it, and so I'm just gonna move on now. Today's video is regarding believing in yourself. Now, I completely identify with this. I have struggled with this for a very long time. Even here recently, on whether or not to actually do the videos, I was at the point, or at a point in my life, to where I said, God, I'm okay. You know, I have gone this far without doing it. I can continue just motivating the people that come along my path. Why do I have to, you know, make a video and get it out there? Why do I have to do these blogs, God? You know, I was doing so good in the way that I was living. Why do I have to? And it's almost like God would say, because I told you to. I feel like if it's given to you, if you have that bit of something in you that says do it, my advice to you, and this is what I'm learning, do it. Because what's the worst that could happen? They don't like it. Well, if you had good intentions on it and you know you meant well, you felt like God gave it to you, then you do it, you live it, you walk it full out. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. It does not matter what anybody else thinks about you. It matters what you think about you. It takes me back to the story in Exodus where Moses really didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe that he could lead the people that God wanted him to lead. He had a speech problem, and you know, he just felt like, well, what about my brother? You know, what about them? You know, they're better. And this is me completely paraphrasing. But what about them, God? Why can't they do it? I'm not perfect. How do you feel that I can do this thing that you're telling me to do? I can't do it. I know I can't do it. And you're still going to send me. You're going to really send me, God. Okay. And if you look throughout the Bible, God uses people like that all the time. Because I think it's God saying, I can use even the least of these to do the greater purpose. It's simply you acknowledging the fact that you may not have it all, but you can go for it anyway. If God said that he's going to use you, he's going to give you the amount of knowledge you need to do it. He's going to give you the amount of resources you need. He's going to put the right people in your life. So it's one of those things, guys. I'm learning it, and it's hard. It sucks. At times I want to cry because I'm like, God, I'm not capable. But then I always revert back to Exodus when Moses said basically the same thing. And God showed him, throw that staff down. It turns into, I believe it turned into a serpent. Then he said, pick it back up, and then it turned back into a staff. I can do this. It's what God was saying. I have the power to do that. I have the power to give you the perfect speech that you felt that you needed. I have the power to do that. But I don't feel like I need to, because you're perfect the way you are, right? So that's my topic of the day. You are perfect the way you are. Have belief in yourself. It's simply seek wisdom. Y'all know I'm always talking about God, I'm sorry. That's all I know, because this is all it has helped me. You have to seek wisdom from God. You have to ask him, okay, how is it that I can please you? Forgive yourself, because that is part of what keeps you stagnant in life. It's because you're so caught up in not thinking that you deserve whatever it is that God has given you. You done sought wisdom And God is saying, okay, bam, I'm going to throw that wisdom on her. And then all of a sudden you're saying, I don't deserve it. Why? Why don't you deserve it? Manage your now. So many times we want to be financially exuberant. We want to be so much better financially, or we want that greater job, or we want to live in a better house or better car, or we want to have better whatever, but you're not managing your now. You're not taking care of whatever it is that you have going on right now. So my advice to you is do that. Part of believing in yourself is believing the fact that you can handle all the abundant blessings that God is going to give you. And in order to do that, you have to have practice. So with what little that you have, and it ties right into contentment. With what little you have, you need to work that thing out. If you have a little debt, you need to start working that debt down. If you have an apartment, you need to start keeping that together so that God can give you that house. If you have a car situation, you want a better one. Okay, you better manage Lucy out there. Make sure Lucy taken care of, all changes and everything. Make sure she taken care of. Get them tires together, girl. Take care of that car, because what's going to happen is, as you are appreciative with what you do have, God can then release more abundant blessings on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of that belief in yourself, believing that you can actually take care of all the things that God has given you right now. Never compare yourself to nobody. People have their own gifts and talents that they have, and their own purpose in life. You have your own. You cannot compare your gift and your purpose to someone else's, because you won't be like them, and they're never going to be like you. There's only one you. God knew what he was doing when he created you. You better work that thing with what you got. Don't compare yourself to nobody else, because you may live your whole life trying to get the same things they have. Don't let anyone tell you, or don't let anyone alter your decisions in life, what you feel like you can do. Don't let nobody change you. If you feel like there's nothing wrong with you, then there's probably nothing wrong with you. You move on with your life, boo-boo, have fun, be blessed. But if there is some things that you feel like you can change, then change them. Get into your tablets or whatever it is that you may have, and just start writing it out. If you have some frustrations or whatever that's hindering you in life, you need to write that thing out. You need to personalize it, even put their names in there. Write out your blessings. What have you received? Okay, write down your accomplishments for that day, that week, that month, whatever it is, however the frequency is that you want to write. But make sure you do it often and you do it consistently, because to me it's like therapy. I'm able to release everything that has happened, every good thing, every bad thing. I'm able to release it and move on. Visualize. Yes, in the last video I talked about this. You got to visualize. See yourself beyond your circumstances. I say it all the time. Really see yourself. They have vision boards or whatever. I tried that, but I don't know, because I feel like if it's not what God wants for you, and then you done put this red nice Mustang on there with this 6-bedroom house and a 6-figure job, you can put all that stuff on there, and God said, no, I don't want you to do that. I want you to do this. And then you'll just be completely disappointed. Now, do I feel like you should have dreams and stuff that you want? Yes, I feel you should do that. You should be specific. However, understand that if God's vision for you is different from what you wrote, be open-minded enough to say, okay, God, I trust you. What you want to do can be completely different from what God wants you to do. So just keep that in mind. Okay, it's good to it's good to visualize yourself beyond where you are now, but keep in mind that God's vision for you may be completely different from yours. Use your fear as fuel. Use your fear as fuel. I'm gonna give you an example. I had my boss in, and he wants me to get over the loudspeaker, and he wants me to read off a verdict to everybody that were currently in office. Scary situation, okay? Let me tell you, I was trembling, I was shaking in my hands. I was like, God, I don't know, I can't do it. All these things, all the reasons why I should not do it. And then after I did it, you know, I pushed through it. I got to one point in the last 2 sentences where I was like, God, I can't do it. I'm too nervous. But then I still did it. You know, I got through that thing. I read it and even was complimented by him. He said, you did a really good job. Words in that, y'all. I hadn't even read them words before, honestly. But I pronounced them. You know, I did pretty good. But it was the thing that I was pushed beyond what I felt I could do. And in that situation, I used my fear as fuel. Like I said, okay, it's okay, I'm trembling, but that just means I need to push further. Okay, so one more piece of advice that I can give you while you're waiting on God's response, maybe to your prayer of purpose. You want to know what your purpose is, or whatever it is. You just need to, while you wait, you need to learn. Get into your books, get into inspirational stuff, videos. Surround yourself with whatever it is that your aspirations are. Start really digging deep into that, because what you're doing is you're refueling. You know, you're getting yourself together, you're getting prepared. It's just like before you get a college degree, you have to go through all those courses, right? You know, you have to be deemed, yes, she's capable or he's capable. So what I would do is learn while you wait. You know, get into the books, get into articles, you're on your phone all day downloading that. Learn as much as you can about it. Prepare yourself for it. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, have a very blessed day, and until next time, bye.